What if you woke up tomorrow in the poorest country in the world? Imagine, if you will, a world where the specter of poverty isn't just a distant concern, but an everyday reality. Poverty is a pervasive issue that affects millions worldwide, with people living on less than $2 a day. A staggering 1 in 10 people globally live under such conditions. However, in some parts of the world, the situation is even more dire. One such place is Burundi, a small landlocked country in East Africa. It holds the unfortunate title of being the poorest country in the world. The people of Burundi face extreme living conditions, with basic necessities like clean water, food, and healthcare often out of reach. The hardships they endure are unimaginable to many of us. Today we delve into the heart of Burundi, a country that has been grappling with extreme poverty for decades. Let's explore the story of this nation, its people, and their struggle for survival and improvement. Burundi's journey to its present state wasn't a sudden event. It's a tale written over decades, colored with political unrest, economic mismanagement, and human tragedy. To truly grasp the plight of this nation, we need to take a step back and walk through the corridors of its past. Our starting point is the year 1962. After many years under Belgian rule, Burundi finally attained its independence, a moment of joy and hope. Yet the nascent nation's joy was short-lived. Ethnic tensions between the Hutu and Tutsi tribes, which had been simmering under the surface, soon erupted into violence. The 90s brought with them a dark chapter in Burundi's history. A cruel genocide and a brutal civil war ravaged the country, claiming countless lives and leaving deep scars on the nation's psyche. The turmoil further deepened the ethnic divide, and the social fabric of the nation was left in tatters. But the troubles didn't stop there. Political instability followed, with a series of coups, counter-coups, and power struggles. This instability, coupled with rampant corruption, led to gross economic mismanagement. The nation, rich in natural resources, was unable to capitalize on them. Its economy, heavily dependent on agriculture, was left vulnerable to fluctuations in global commodity prices and the whims of the weather. The effects of these events on the country's economy were devastating. Investment dwindled, infrastructure crumbled, and the nation's productivity plummeted. The result? Burundi descended into a cycle of poverty from which it is yet to recover. Today, it stands as one of the poorest countries in the world, with an overwhelming majority of its population living in severe poverty. Years of turmoil, instability, and mismanagement have left a heavy toll on Burundi's economy and its people. The nation's journey is a stark reminder of how political instability and economic mismanagement can devastate a country's prospects, trapping it in a cycle of poverty that spans generations. Life in Burundi today paints a grim picture of the aftermath of years of conflict and instability. In this small East African nation, the daily reality is a struggle for survival, a journey through a landscape scarred by years of turmoil. With one of the highest rates of malnutrition in the world, nourishment is a luxury many cannot afford. As you traverse the country, signs of this are evident, with adults and children alike bearing the telltale signs of undernourishment. Education, a cornerstone of development, is a privilege that remains elusive for many Burundian children. With a significant percentage of the population unable to read or write, the cycle of poverty is perpetuated, further deepening the chasm of inequality. The lack of education is not only a symptom of poverty, but also a cause, further entrenching the country's economic woes. Healthcare, too, is a sector in crisis. Without access to basic medical services, the people of Burundi face a myriad of health challenges. Diseases that are manageable or rare in other parts of the world often go untreated here, leading to unnecessary suffering and loss of life. Infrastructure, the backbone of any nation, is woefully inadequate in Burundi. The country's roadways, electricity supply, and water systems are in dire need of investment and repair. This lack of infrastructure not only hinders economic development, but also impacts the daily lives of the Burundian people, making simple tasks like fetching water or traveling to work a monumental challenge. And yet, despite these hardships, there is a spirit of resilience that permeates the air. The people of Burundi, faced with adversity on a scale most of us cannot comprehend, continue to endure. They rise each morning, ready to face the challenges of the day with courage and determination. This is life in Burundi today, a testament to human resilience, a stark reminder of the devastating effects of conflict and instability, and a call to action for the global community. In the face of such adversity, the people of Burundi show remarkable resilience. But hope is not lost for Burundi. This statement rings true as we delve into the tireless efforts being made to elevate Burundi from its current state. From international organizations to local non-governmental organizations, NGOs, various bodies are stepping in to rewrite Burundi's narrative. Let's start with the international stage. Organizations like the United Nations, World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund are all playing significant roles in Burundi's road to recovery. They're providing financial assistance, technical expertise, and policy guidance, all aimed at fostering economic stability and growth in the country. But it's not just these big names. Smaller, dedicated organizations are also making a difference. Take, for instance, Village Healthworks, a Burundi-based NGO. They're tackling poverty from a healthcare perspective, offering free medical services to those in need, and in doing so, they're giving the people of Burundi a fighting chance at a healthier, more productive life. And then, there's the government of Burundi itself. Despite the challenges, they're making strides too. They've launched initiatives aimed at improving agricultural productivity, a crucial step given that over 80% of the population relies on farming for their livelihood. They're also investing in education, knowing that a well-educated populace is key to long-term economic growth. It's not all smooth sailing though. The progress is slow, and setbacks are not uncommon. But every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every child who learns to read, every farmer who gets access to better farming techniques, every sick person who receives medical care, these are the building blocks of Burundi's recovery. So yes, the road to recovery is daunting. It's long and winding, with many obstacles along the way. But there's a sense of resilience that's palpable. The people of Burundi, with their unwavering spirit and tenacity, are not giving up. And they're not walking this road alone. The international community, local NGOs, and the government are with them, every step of the way. The road to recovery is long and winding, but the people of Burundi are not walking it alone. So, what can we learn from Burundi's story? In the shadow of hardship, Burundi's tale is one of resilience, a testament to human spirit striving against the odds. It's a narrative that has unfolded over decades, shaped by political instability, economic challenges, and undying hope. From the country's tumultuous timeline to the present-day living conditions, we've delved into the layers of Burundi's reality. The importance of political stability and good governance cannot be overstated. They are the pillars that hold nations aloft, enabling them to thrive. But these are not achieved in isolation. International assistance plays a crucial role in helping countries like Burundi navigate the treacherous waters of poverty. We're all part of a global community, and every one of us can contribute to change, however small. Learn more, spread awareness, lend a helping hand. Every effort counts. In the end, the story of Burundi is a stark reminder of the devastating effects of poverty and the power of resilience.